wait. Let's get. Did you go? I gotta
No.
get my band off.
There's no editing allowed.
Okay, we're in Bonner County in Sandpoint, and I'm here with.
Janet.
And Chris Ferrens.
And over the course of your life, have you guys observed any changes in the climate?
Yes.
Definitely.
And what kind of changes?
The biggest one is back in my home state of Oregon. There's a glacier on the South Sister that you can see from the Sparks Lake campgrounds, and over the years you can see pictures of it shrinking every year in the same year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very noticeable. And we also used to be able to ski at Mount Bachelor until July.
Oh. How has climate change impacted you guys?
It was part of our decision to move to a place with more moisture from a dry climate to here.
Yeah.
He can speak. I'll just let him. He's more eloquent with
Wrong.
our climate change talk.
Okay. When did you guys first learn or hear about climate change?
When did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, back in the days when they called it global warming. So
Yeah.
I don't know when that was. 25 years ago? 30 years ago?
20. I would have said 20.
A while. A long
Yeah.
time.
And how has your perspective on climate change changed or maybe stayed the same since then?
Just more awareness. I think it's with the media and the news and the people we're involved with. I think we have more awareness.
Just aware that it's happening and that things always change, and how do you figure out how to adapt to it?
Yeah. One thing climate scientists are saying is that with rising temperatures, it's causing forests to dry out more and causing fire seasons to be longer. Has that affected you guys here?
Everywhere. So yeah, I mean the smoke, like the Canada fires right now,
Mm-hmm.
smoking out the East Coast. We felt them here a couple weeks ago and thought, gosh, it's May. What's the smoke doing here? It's not smoke season until July or August.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's longer.
But we've definitely had that in Oregon and here. Usually every summer we say, "Oh my gosh,
Here's
here we
smoke
go,"
Yeah.
where they haven't had it on the East Coast. I think that's such a shock to them.
September of 2020 was exceptionally smoky.
Yeah. And how does that impact you guys and the people living here?
Just slows you down outside. It's no
Mhm.
fun to hike and do outdoor things when there's smoke.
Yeah.
And then those with compromised immune systems, all that, their
Mhm.
health is. I feel bad for them because we're healthy, but we stay indoors when
Yeah.
when the smoke is that bad.
No reason to smoke a cigarette when you can just go outside.
When did you guys, or no, what do you guys think we should do about climate change if we can?
Just reduce our impact every way possible. I mean, there's just trying to figure out the best way to get things done in the most efficient manner possible. The sea change isn't easy. It's not going to happen by fiat, by mandate. I think it's going to happen by individuals saying, one little change here. If a billion people make one little change, it'll make a big difference.
Yeah. And what are those little changes those people can make?
Using less stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Using stuff that lasts longer, trying to get stuff locally.
Yeah.
I keep using the word stuff, but that's
Fossil fuels.
the primary thing is this using less things that have to come from far away.
Yeah.
I would say if you can, driving less. It's hard in a town like this, but to think about if we go somewhere, getting everything done at once, so we're not driving our cars too much. And same with air travel.
Mm-hmm.
And then the big corporations. I mean, the local person can do little bits, but I think the huge corporations those are the ones that can make a big impact if they're willing to make changes.
Yeah. And do you think the government has a role in helping fight climate change?
It's a great question. I think that there's probably a role. People respond to incentives better than they respond to punishment.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think to the extent that we can incentivize behavior that we desire, there's a role. But I think it's got to come down to the individual saying, gosh, this is my favorite ski area is closed.
Yeah.
What can I do to maybe make it so that my kids can ski again?
Yeah.
I think forcing stuff is going to be hard.
Mm-hmm.
I think incentives work better. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything else you want to share about climate change or any thoughts?
What about your moose story?
Just the apocryphal story I heard of moose suffering up here in the north because the winters aren't as harsh as they used to be, and they're getting killed by ticks that don't get wiped out in a cold winter. that is apparently, according to some people I've spoken to, happening more than it ever did. And that's an interesting one. There's also something about wolf poop, but we won't get into that because that's kind of gross. So.
Okay. But is the moose like that impacts hunting around here, right?
Yeah, and it's just the neat looking creature.
Yeah.
It's the neat critter. They're in town. They're everywhere. People, have them in their front yard.
Yeah.
And the hunting for the moose is sort of it's limited, but
Yeah.
it's sort of a trophy animal for people who are serious about it. And certainly they're an indicator species.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to pay attention. If they disappear, that means bad things are happening.
Okay, thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.